Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk to everyone for a few minutes about the full moon that's coming up. This is a really powerful eclipse and full moon. There's a lot of things that will be closing out and abrupt new beginnings. Um, that being said, we need to take the time to love and forgive ourselves in this energy. Now, there's a lot of psychology around the process of ritual. Meditation is a process of ritual. Making your bed is a process of ritual. So, setting up a full moon ritual is something that should be incredibly personal. But there are a few little things that you can do to help make you more successful and give you a place to start. So, whatever deity that it is that you believe in, I'm personally a fan of the universe, spirit, source. Um, you know, that wonderful, loving, benevolent energy that even when it doesn't feel so great, is moving us to be the most um, of ourselves. So, honesty is the word that actually came to mind, the most honest form of self. So, uh, talking about full moon rituals, I think that my personal process is I write. I write about all of the things that I want to be forgiven for. I write about all of the people that I would like to forgive. I write and I write it to a degree that I feel like I've expressed it as best that I possibly can to myself. So then I write. And sometimes that takes hours and hours and hours. And I also write on very special stationery. And I try to make it my good handwriting. Not always easy because when you're forgiving people, you're probably going to feel some emotions about that. So, breathe, practice breathing before you do the ritual. Practice breathing, practice grounding before you do the ritual. So, start writing. When you feel that you have done all of the writing that you can do, that you've expressed it as fully as you possibly can, then meditate. Now, I have ways that I meditate that are probably a little different from everyone else because I like the unconventional and I think everything is incredibly personal. Um, yes, energy is mutual and can be shared with people and all of that, but it feels very different through your perception. So you do need to find a process that works for you. So I meditate and I imagine each scenario, each person that I am forgiving as I'm meditating, and I imagine releasing it. I focus on watching it turn into light and then disappear, moving farther and farther away from me. Um, Not always easy. So if you have a hard time with building thought forms or image in your head, find things that relate to it and look at that image and then crumple it up or put it in with your journaling, your forgiveness journal, and hang on to it till the end of the ritual because you're going to burn it. So, imagining it transforming into something else. And what we want to transform that into is love. Now, love needs to come from self. You need to be able to love through yourself. I know that sounds kind of what the heck are you saying? So loving through yourself means that you love yourself first, that nothing is more important than your own personal self-love. You can't treat people properly if you don't love yourself. Even if you're a very kind and generous person, if you're giving too much of that, then it's going to take a toll on you. I've been in the we'll just call it the care field for an incredibly long time. And it's not easy to go, okay, I need to step back. There are so many of these people and things that need me, but I need to withdraw right now. Well, you can't be your best if you are not up to par. This ritual is about getting you up to par and helping you practice self care. So keep in mind that self care is incredibly important, whatever that is to you. If it's a cleansing bath, if it's a jog, whatever it is, you need to be able to express it in the best way that you possibly can. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Now, witchcraft uh, is really just the art of ritual. And I don't believe that we have to do anything in any specific way. But if you need to look some stuff up, there's a great book called Moonology. I can't remember the name of the author, but I will post it a little while later. So check that book out. I loved it. It's great for tying in manifestation with the moon cycles. It's really really good for that. Okay, so once you have meditated, and the last full moon ritual that I did, it literally took me all day. Now, before everything happens, it's really important to make sure that before you invite attention onto yourself, that you have done what you can to make yourself the most presentable. Not necessarily put your makeup on, best dress, blah, 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 none of that. What I'm talking about is cleaning your house. And again, another form of this ritual is making sure that your home is clean and you're decluttered, and you're going to feel lighter for it. So, again, moving on from that past energy into a fresh, new, clean energy is very rewarding. It also sets the stage for what you're really trying to do, especially with a powerful full moon and eclipse. That's a lot of energy, and making sure that it is a positive is very important. So forgiveness and love are both incredibly positive, which is why I do this ritual on the full moon. So uh, once you have completed cleaning your house, you've written your list, you have meditated and done all of your positive thought work, then you're going to burn it. You're going to burn all of that paper. Now, make sure you do it someplace that's safe. And also, it's, I don't know about anybody else, but I hate the smell of burning paper. I hate it. So, if it's something that's going to bother you, make sure that you're doing it, or bother the people around you. Do it in a place do it outside where it's safe and legal. Because there are places that don't want you to set things on fire. Go figure, right? So I wanted to talk to you about that. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. But I just wanted to kind of touch on how fulfilling ritual can be, especially when you set your mind to it, and it gives you a goal. Now, like I said, this is sort of the psychology of ritual. So having goals and moving forward with those goals, you can't just sit in your living room and go, okay, well, I burned a candle, it's supposed to happen now. You actually have to get up and do something. Rituals are where that starts. Okay. So I do hope that this was helpful in some way. And again, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. But go with what feels right with you. I very much love flowers. I keep flowers all over my house to help keep my vibration high. Um, I burn sage, and if you know, burning sage is good, but if you add some rosemary and frankincense to it and different elements that I also like, I'm very sensitive to smell. So I would choose things that I find very pleasant. Because it again raises my vibration, which means that the energy that I'm putting out to the universe is all that much higher. Uh, if there's crystals that you really like, I have quite a few. Maybe a few too many sometimes, I think. I'm like, where should I put this one? Um, then again, use those. But you want to make your ritual process as pleasing to you as possible because you um, are really what you're working this for. Yes, we all need to contribute to community and the ether and the other energy on this planet. Um, but we don't have to do it at a detriment. And the higher our vibration is, then by us vibrating higher, we are making the energies around us vibrate higher. And that's other people, that's your home, that's the plants that you talk to or appreciate. We don't all talk to plants. In fact, I think me having a conversation with a plant is usually what kills it. Not that I'm trying to kill it, it just dies. They don't like me. But, um, there's all kinds of things you can do to raise your vibration. Not eating meat just for a week, no animals. So there's a lot going on in the the world right now, and I think that as the human race as a whole, as a connected spirit as a whole, we all are very responsible for raising our vibration and therefore raising the vibrations around us. We're all on this planet together, and we've got to figure out a way to get along and work on it. And I think that we're on our way. I really do. So I hope you had a good morning. I'm going to get on with the general readings. And like I said, feel free to ask questions. Bye. Love you.